Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My dear children, how are you? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect you and make you the leader of muttaqeen. Ameen. Let's say the dua and start our lesson. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربنا زدنا علما اللهم وفقنا لما تحب وترضى آمين. Last time we learned about Sulh Hudaybiyah and what were the benefits of Sulh Hudaybiyah. So now, when there was peace, Prophet ﷺ was more active in doing constructive work, and that was to save the rest of humanity from the hellfire. So Prophet ﷺ started to send letters to different kings. Sahaba Karam radiallahu anhum told the Prophet ﷺ that we need to have a seal to put on the letters, otherwise the kings are not going to accept the letters. So Prophet ﷺ got that seal made which said Muhammad Rasulullah. So Allah's name was on top, then Rasul, and then Muhammad ﷺ. And you can search it online to see that seal as well. So the first person who got the letter was the king of Abyssinia. His name was Ashama bin Abjar. And when Prophet ﷺ sent the letter to him, he accepted the letter with respect, accepted Islam, and sent gifts to the Prophet ﷺ. And subhanallah, this is the king that gave protection to Muslims when they ran away from the cruelty of Quraysh. And when that king died, Prophet ﷺ read his namaz-e-janaza in Medina and made dua for him. Subhanallah. Now, Muqawqis was the next one to receive the letter, who was the ruler of Egypt and Alexandria. And he was being invited to accept Islam. My dear children, in those times, when the king would accept any religion, so the whole nation used to accept the same religion. So Prophet ﷺ wrote in that letter that if you accept Islam, then you will get the benefit and you will get the reward for your nation's Islam as well. And if you deny the message, then you will have to carry the burden of your denial and the denial of your whole nation. Muqawqis accepted the letter with respect, saved the letter in a special box, and answered the Prophet ﷺ saying that I knew that a prophet was coming, but I was thinking that that prophet would come from Syria. So he didn't accept Islam, but he sent some gifts for the Prophet ﷺ. The third letter was sent to Khusru Parvez. He was the king of Persia, meaning Iran. And in the letter, the subject was the same, that if you accept Islam, you will get the benefit, and if you reject it, then you will have to take the burden of the kufr of your own and the kufr of your nation. Khusru, in his arrogance, ripped the letter and said in his arrogance that such a pitiful slave dared to write his own name on top of mine. When Prophet ﷺ was being told what he did, then Prophet ﷺ said his own kingdom will be destroyed. And so that happened. Romans attacked him, and his own son killed him and became the king. Now another letter was written to Caesar Rome, the king of the Rome, and its subject was blessed are those who follow guidance. And then it was mentioned, embrace Islam that you may find peace. Allah will reward you many folds. If you reject this message, then on you shall be the sin of your followers. And then this ayah was mentioned, Ya Ahl al-Kitabi ta'alaw ila kalimatin sawa'im baynana wa baynakum alla na'budu illa Allah wa la nushrika bihi shay'an ولا يتخذ بعضنا بعضا أربابا من دون الله فإن تولوا فقولوا اشهدوا بأننا مسلمون. That, O people of book, come to that which is common between you and us, that we should not worship anyone other than Allah, we should not associate any partners with him, and we should not take others as Rabbs beside Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But if they turn away, bear witness that we are Muslims. Right after receiving this letter, Caesar inquired if there are any caravans from Mecca, and if there is anyone close to the Prophet ﷺ, then bring him to me. At that time, Abu Sufyan, who was not a Muslim at that time, and his caravan was there, so they were being invited. Herakl asked him some interesting questions about the Prophet ﷺ. Herakl said, "Tell me about his lineage." Abu Sufyan said that his lineage is excellent. Hercules said, "Did anybody before him made the claim as he does?" Abu Sufyan said, "No." Hercules said that, "Who are the followers? Are they poor and weak or noble people?" Abu Sufyan said, "Poor and weak." Then Herakl said, "Are the followers increasing or decreasing?" He said, "They are increasing." Hercules said that, those who enter the religion leave it or stay steadfast?" He said, "Nobody leaves it." Hercules said that, "Did you catch him lying before he claimed as to be the prophet?" Abu Sufyan said, "Never." Hercules said, "Has he ever broken his promise?" Abu Sufyan said, "No." Then Hercules said, "What are the teachings of this man?" Abu Sufyan said that he asks us to worship only one God and not to associate any partners with him, and renounce every single thing that our ancestors do while worshipping idols. He asks us to offer prayers, to be truthful, pious, and kind to our relatives. After all this, Hercules said that all these things that you told me cannot combine in anyone other than the prophet. For sure, he is a prophet of God. I thought that he would come from another area. If I could reach him, then I would reach him and I would wash his feet, meaning I would respect him. Then he addressed his own government officials, saying that if you want to succeed, then you should accept this prophet. Hearing this, all the men were so angry and they ran away from him. He called them back and said, "I was just testing your faith. I am on the same faith as yours." This shows that Herakl fully understood that Prophet ﷺ was the real messenger of God, but to protect his own kingship, he stayed back. Now, my dear children, we are going to stop here and think about what we have learned. The main point is that if we want to spread the message of Islam, then we have to struggle just like our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And while doing that, we need to be wise in our words, in our actions, and in our gestures. And let's memorize the dua for wisdom. We need that, right? ربي هب لي حكما والحقني بالصالحين واجعل لي لسان صدق في الآخرين. آمين. بارك الله فيكم. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.